wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know.
Alright, hello everybody, welcome to episode 13. Oh, I'm quiet. Alright, welcome everybody to episode 13 of the Fated arc. So today we are doing a little... Well, we're gonna play today's game, but we are starting in Nefraet-Ka. So if you have an idea of what your character would be doing in Nefraet-Ka, please mention it in the RP or just say it in the Twitch chat, because today's group will be local. You will be able to interact with them, with what's happening. Alright, so yeah, so Carrie, working as the community manager, doing great. She's gonna have a little open house, all hands meeting on Monday for you guys. It's in the announcements. Please, if you are interested, show up. Also, thank you, Carrie, for doing things like that. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna get to tonight's game. Remember, everybody, Craig's here today. I see what happened. So we have Aoife, played by Flynn.
Hello.
We have Maverick, played by Ez.
Oh, hey there. How you doing?
We have Namak, played by Cole.
Good evening to you all.
And we have Talus, played by Not Forgiven.
Hello, everyone.
So this is a couple... We have been in Sangwin, or on Sangwin, for at least a month at this point. Things that have happened through the time since we got here is Lockstitch has discovered the appearance of multiple ancient ruins of a not forgotten, a lot of people will consider it forgotten or unimportant, but we are beyond that with Lockstitch. Lockstitch understands that this is an ancient culture that has been removed from history. That there is bureaumancy at work here. There are contracts and cross-contracts. There are traps written into reality onto the coffins of these people. And just because we're not dumb, you all know that it is Namak's culture. because Namak's been calling it out the whole time. And it's just like, hey, that helmet is a helmet of a guy that I know or knew. Except for, he can't explain that to anyone. The second he tries to tell you how important it is, it feels unimportant to you. So, Katori, on her first game, when we found a group of treasure hunters, it was like, the group it was Katori, it was Pim, it was Clem, and it was Tarkus. We're out treasure hunting, accidentally, treasure hunting by proxy. And then they started finding pieces of this. Katori, with a couple of really insane rolls, started to be able to read a language that shouldn't exist anymore. So she has put together a team, and this team is those who want to be in this team. And it's just like, you don't have to wait for an invitation from Katori. This is your invitation from Katori. Or to be part of that group. That you all have started putting together artifacts, going to markets and buying up things to piece words together. And when we get enough, we will start to be able to learn this. And once you guys start learning this, you can start teaching the rest of the world, very similar to how Soki taught the world who Lockstitch was. Although that was by accident. This would be doing the same principles. And that would show us who Namak's people were. There is also a bit of information that I feel like you are all should be aware of and smart enough to have figured it out, because you might have just missed it when I said it. There is another layer of bureaumancy on top of that, slandering the Namak's people in terrible ways. I am not saying that a culture of vampires are the good guys. They did kill and eat people. This is true. But I am looking at the word empire from the show Foundation, that, they kept peace for thousands of years, While all the magic was working fine, they were fine. Until, just saying. Just throwing it out there. So that is what we know of Namak's people. Oh, also, Mastaba was supposed to be the new capital for Namak's people. This is where all of the coffins should be. And that is when we got there, they A, moved them out of their sacred places. B, the sheep people in that town, Namak, were a lot more like sheep people than they were back in your day.
Yeah.
And so we know that the the alchemists did not want the vampires remembered, so they booby-trapped those coffins. Like, that they will die terrible, horrible deaths if you open those coffins. But other than that, yeah. This is Sanguine Sands. That's all we know about that part right there. In research, you can ask it in character, or you could just have no interest in character, or you could just ask me right now. Does anybody have any questions that we think we have answered, that we have answered that you didn't catch? Oh, let me answer Caustic real quick. So, I believe you are fully capable of understanding the words that Katori has figured out. So you could definitely work with her in that. Like, you will immediately know what words are missing. Aoife is very pretty, everybody. Nika is still working on it, by the way. Just.
No, I'm really excited.
But any of you four or anybody in the chat, if you have any questions, please ask. If not, I'm going to move on to the next bit of the recap, which is the Tears of Fate.
Where are all the relics that everybody is finding being kept?
So the crew has made a pretty good effort at collecting what feel important, unimportant. They did a very good job on their game. Like Vatna can spot something that's unimportant right quick. So we bought a lot of extra stuff. We are keeping it in a room in the here, let me actually, it's funny that I don't have you guys on screen. So we have an office in we have an office in Nefraet-Ka. It's great.
Like an embassy?
Yeah, we have an embassy in Nefraet-Ka. We are right next to the order. They have a temple, like right next door. It's where they do their readings and where they help people of Nefraet-Ka. One of these rooms is full of artifacts, and whoever is working on that is in this room currently organizing artifacts into 3 distinct categories. Category 1 has ruins that we have not, or like has words that we have not discovered the answer to. So they are looking things over and then having to half look at a sheet of words that they can't remember and look at it and check it again, fact check it against artifacts. And then they put it in a box if it doesn't. If it contains one that we know the word of, it goes into the middle chest. And if it contains no words but gives you a really bad feeling, it goes in the third box. And that third box feels real gross.
I would definitely like to help catalog the artifacts.
Absolutely. Alright, so Namak is in here cataloging artifacts. Crew, who else is doing this? The cataloging of artifacts. And you guys can all be like coming in to help if you want to do a scene here for sure.
Though I will say, I may or may not pocket artifacts that I think nobody should have.
What constitutes an item that no one should have?
If I get a very strong visceral feel from the item.
Absolutely. Carcass is Roe here. Roe's not here, so I can't let you take it right now. But you get a very uncomfortable feeling from the dagger he has. He brought it back after they found the first of the ruins that Lockstitch and Vorish's trading company have.
I see.
That dagger, and so players will know that it identifies anybody with the tag innocent. If innocent is just what you are, and you use the knife to drain somebody's blood with it and then consume it, you gain 50 maximum HP and deal D12 damage, but also gain the flaw of vampiric.
Is it really a flaw?
You know, that's special flaw. Flaw adjacent. Oh yeah, okay. So Soap wants to help. Alright, so Cash is helping Katori. Alright, absolutely. So can you give me the 3 more items just came in. That they found. Aoife, Maverick, and Talus. You each, maybe not at the same time, or you all just arrived back here, somewhere in the Sanguine Sands, found something that is just uninteresting enough that you know it has to be one of these artifacts. You can't tell what it does because you can't dig into it. But what does it look like? All 3 of you. If we want to go like Aoife first, then Maverick, then Talus as Aoife. Sorry. I don't know why I keep saying it's because the A.
It's because you see the A. Yeah, it's
I
fine.
do. I look at the A.
Each one of us says something about one item together.
I was thinking 3 different items. We bring 3 different
Okay.
items in here.
All right. I'm thinking the item that Aoife finds is like a quill. Like an ink quill. And there's something about it that doesn't, she can tell it's not mundane, but she doesn't know like how to describe what it is. She just knows that it's magical.
Okay, absolutely. And now, Namak, how would you identify this? Like, what is it just a straight roll, or would you be using any of your tags?
I can definitely use probably my occultism tag. Occultist tag. Maybe do a
How do
little
you-
ritual with some salt in blood.
Yeah, give me 2d20, and then tell me what this feather does, or what this quill does.
Nine.
It does 9s. And if that is like a level of... Alright, here is it basically uninteresting. A thing of note, like Like, yeah, my people use these, but they're nothing like fancy. Or is it something incredibly fancy, but has a flaw to it?
Well, yeah, it's incredibly fancy, but you see, you have to. It writes in blood.
Your own?
Yeah,
Or okay.
that's the
It's
that's how the
that
most
thing.
personal letters are made. 'Cause you use the blood of the inside your body and you scribe it out like that.
Is it like a dictation pen where you talk to it and it'll write down what you say?
Oh yeah, sure. That sounds cool. You gotta use a little bit of a little bit of blood magic to get it going.
I can't stop picturing it getting like as you start to give it some of your blood, and if it's like, do you have to hold on, and it does it with your hand, or is it just like floating there? And can it kind of have a little bit of soul caliber? It's like, have you guys ever seen the weapon The Nightmare with the big eye in it? But instead of like an eye, I just want like a heart beating on it.
I think
Like
what it is
beating your blood.
you like prick your finger or something with it, and then it starts drawing out your blood. And then from that point, you can set it down, and there'll be like a little string of blood connected to you as it writes.
Okay. For a second, I was thinking you might say like an Etch-a-Sketch situation where it can't pick itself up.
But then you can like walk around the room and have grand talking and speeches and stuff. It'll auto dictate for you.
And people will know that you're sincere and also very metal.
Yeah. And if somebody else is talking, it won't pay attention to them because it's your blood.
Exactly.
Okay, alright. Now, I would like to ask, what kind of things were written like this? What kind of things were important enough to your empire that they needed to dictate it in their own blood?
Our own style of contracts.
Okay, so
I imagine because for my feeling, this is the way the vampires did their contracts. It was all about blood, and it's a lot more intimate and easier to understand than the contracts that the bureaumancers do and all that. It's literally like between two people. That's it. The meaning that both parties have is inherent in the blood.
interesting. So, alright, Baromancy. Except for the other version.
This is the good version of bureaumancy.
If such a thing exists.
I've
But
spit on the regular bureaumancers.
absolutely, Maverick, do you have anything? Oh, sorry, Aoife, did you have any other rest of your scene? I don't want to.
Oh
don't
no,
want to
no, no! I was just contributing the item.
Loved it. Alright, Maverick or Talus, do you guys want to contribute an item to this, to our horde, or?
Yeah, I found this weird. It's like this pyramid shaped thing. It's like it looks like it maybe has a bunch of designs along it, but it kind of like it rotates like a like some kind of Rubik's cube along its points. And I've been fucking with it for an hour. I can't figure it out. Oh god, it's so addictive though.
I see.
I think this one does have like in the center of one of the faces of it, you can kind of make out that if it were rotated correctly, it would form like almost like an Eye of Horus type of eye. But Maverick is too stupid to actually like make any progress on it, and there are a lot of parts to it. It's definitely a complicated puzzle, but it's in the shape of a pyramid. It's like, what if the Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium puzzle wasn't like a bunch of puzzle pieces, but it was a Rubik's Cube? That's basically what this is. The inspiration of this is.
Would you like me to roll 2d20 again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for sure.
Let's see what you have here, Maverick.
I feel like I'm so close to getting it. I'm like 2 steps away.
He's nowhere near getting it. He's making backwards progress.
I got a 6 and a 15.
I personally, with the 15, I believe that you know exactly what this is. It can be fancy, not artifact, not like game-breaking fancy, but it can be a fancy little thing.
So this is a lockbox for valuables. Basically, you arrange it until it all lines up, and then it'll open up, and inside will be an item of some sort.
Do you know how to solve it?
Oh fuck, does Namak? I'm gonna roll d20. Let's see if he knows how to solve it.
I think it would be very funny if whoever locked this also ended up discarding it or losing it because they also forgot how to solve it. So whatever's inside of it is just a mystery.
12.
A 12. So you can know how to unlock it, but I think it takes embarrassingly long. Like, and you know it's going to.
It's fine. I can unlock it. Just give me a moment.
Like the conceited flaw. All right, so you have to roll conceited for me now. You have to roll 2d20 and take the lower. And this is just being pressured. All right, I mean, tough choice. It's just like you take so long, just so long that other people have shown up, and like every time. Now, Maverick, you have to tell me if you think that this is what would happen. But I think people will start to show up, and you'll be like, no, he's almost got it. Like, Namak is a genius with this thing, like hyping him up. And just like getting more and more of the crew around. Now, Namak, you know a cheating way to get into this thing. You can break it. And then be like, oh no, I broke it. You still get the item that's inside. Or you have to roll again to try to get it done. You have to roll conceited again.
I'm good. I don't need to cheat. I'll figure it out on this next pass. Watch.
Aoife nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, this guy's so good at it. Look at everybody. Look at how good he is at this fucking
Almost
puzzle.
there,
He's like, he's the master. It's from his culture. I mean, he should be able to open it in like 10 seconds less.
You see, back in the day, these were very hard. Even the most gifted minds.
Yeah,
had
but
trouble.
you're such a great fucking guy. I mean, like, all those guys are dead. You're the only one who's still alive. I mean, that's for a reason. You're
Very true, man. Very true. Yes, sing my praises more. All right, let me try again. One more time.
No,
No.
sarcastic. I don't even know what sarcasm is.
So, here's your tough choice for that last 8. You could. And it's just like, you are about to fail at this. That from that, like you are gonna just fail because you're gonna have to roll again. Or Talus, you come in, everybody's hyping up Namak. You see the puzzle, you know exactly how to solve it. You know that solve.
Tal's
Just getting the
walking
puzzle
in,
from him.
and he's just like,
Namak, do you need any assistance with that contraption?
No, I'm doing just fine. It's just posing some issues. It's a little rusty or something.
Well, it doesn't look rusty.
The hinges they're like scraping together. You know, it's been down there for like forever.
Well, Namak, how about this? I offer you this thing I found. It looks like some sort of instrument carved from a bone of a creature that is long gone. Maybe you can tell me what this is, and I can take a look at that box.
Very well. I suppose I will take a break for now. Here you go, Talus. Give me that. Thank you.
I'll just hold on to it for you.
That was the smoothest thing anybody's ever done in this game. Also, yeah, I almost threw up at that voice you did. Tell us what was the item carved out of bone?
I'm thinking in my head it's just like some like flute or some sort of musical instrument that
Oh, absolutely.
is
Maybe a
carved of
hurdy-gurdy.
bone. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's your people's artifact.
Just to spite Alan here.
I've
can
heard of
be
a
hurdy-gurdy.
skin flute, but a bone flute? This is ridiculous.
Laugh track, laugh track, laugh track.
Everybody looks at the camera, zooms in.
It could be like a sitar, or like
Yeah, what does Namak's people's like music sound like? And was music important, you know?
I'm sure they played music. It's probably more
If
of
I
they
may,
hired people.
Namak,
Yes.
I feel like vampires would do a lot of like, they would like ominous, dark, like prevailing soundscapes, a lot of pedal tones, and I think they would achieve it with like big animal horns, especially sheep horns, from what they're harvesting off of people. And then I'm thinking some sort of maybe stringed instrument. You could make it out of sheep gut. And then so the idea is to get a lot of sound that's like like, you know, just big droning sounds, and you can join in with like
Dirge.
vocals. Yeah, very dirgy.
See, I was thinking of that one like ghost flute where it sounds like somebody's screaming.
I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I'm thinking what if bagpipe, but really low tones.
Yeah, also that. Just a lot of pedal tones and bass and occasional vocals on top, but it's also just very droning.
Yeah, Aztec death whistle. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, there we go.
That would be terrifying for a couple of reasons. We know that the vampires liked to live in canyons by because you can see that from Mastaba.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know that they could have only gone outside at night to do any singing. So imagine trying to sleep. It's just like there's just vampires just fucking getting down with the sickness.
Yeah. I imagine they have like really, really big flutes and stuff for those low tones.
An oboe, if you will.
Yeah.
And then yeah, they have a vampire death whistle just
Akana hates
interspersed.
oboes, though. He's like, Akana will take this whole culture out. It's weird.
It's already gone.
Maybe it's a bone sax.
A saxophone?
But like
A
a baritone.
saxophone.
It's a baritone saxophone.
Yeah.
We have finger clappers.
Man,
Castanets.
we had a rich and diverse culture. We were annoying as fuck.
Just vampire version of Careless Whisper.
We wanted all the attention.
It's like the people just changed with the times. You guys didn't throw any music instruments away. Like the culture changed, fads changed, but you just kept using the same instruments and then adding to it.
Yeah.
Like mariachi is really popular right now.
Yeah.
I want to see the vampire culture's b-boy face. But okay, what was in the puzzle? Like you hear click as Talus, the box opens up to reveal
What would a vampire keep in a treasure box so it was safe? It's something to do with blood.
I don't know. This is a silly answer, but it would be like an older vampire's dentures.
We don't lose our teeth, Aoife. All right, they don't fall out.
Grandpa vampire.
Yeah, I would think that's akin to like actual death in that society.
That's why he's gotta have his dentures, but he's gotta make sure they're safe.
See, clearly this is
actually
a
like a scandal. Like, yeah.
this is a it's an old wedding band box that the person forgot the combo with, and so they just
Oh shit.
they tossed it because they're like, I guess I'm not proposing, and then they toss it. So like inside's like a really cool ring.
Ooh.
Like
What's
a
really
big
cool?
blood ruby on it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's really cool about the ring?
Oh, it's got blood. Pretty cool.
It's like a bloodstone from fucking Bloodborne. It's like so much powerful blood crystallized into a
Yeah.
gem.
See, when I think of bloodstone, I think of like real life bloodstone where it's mostly green and then it has the veins of like that red orange in it.
It's like
No,
I always
I'm
think that's real
talking
pretty.
about actual crimson red blood that is then
this
crystallized.
has like a gold band with inlays of red crystal, and then on the top is a larger ruby. And you see the custom at the time was you would put a bunch of your own life force into the ring and then hand it to the partner that you wanted to propose to.
Do you think like the clarity of the gem, it's almost like the opposite, like the milkier, cloudier it is, you can see the imperfections, the coagulation that indicates that you put more blood into it? Like
There
it's
are
the
no
opposite of what you can
imperfections
see.
in my blood.
No,
Right.
well, okay.
Where if it's deeper and darker, it's
Right, it's more prized because you've put more blood into it. It's not
Mm.
as
It shows more-
translucent, it's not as brilliant. Yeah,
it shows more trust
Mhm.
because you're giving
Exactly.
more of yourself away.
Now, with that, you start to see Talus, as you hold that ring that just came out of the box, there is a wispy, ethereal, light blue teal light clearly trapped inside the facets.
Do I think it's like a spirit? Or is it like in the blood itself?
Roll me spiritualist.
And since it's leveled up, I get an additional.
You can use it again if you can use it twice if you want to, for sure.
Okay. I can add 2 tag points if I wanted to.
If you want to.
Okay, I'm not going to, but
Alright.
good to know.
So, tough choice. It I think it is up to you what kind of spirit is in here. Like, you know for a fact that creatures used to eat spirits. It used to be very commonplace. It was the natural order of things. Not that you wanted to be eaten, just that it happened all the time. So this is a spirit being used to tell somebody that they have affection for them through jewelry.
Could it just be like whatever animal like symbolizes like companionship or partnership? Whatever that would have been back in the time. Or you think it just like a spirit of affection?
I was thinking the spirit of like it can be affection, it could be like love, it could be like sincere. I think it gives that vibe. Like literally that vibe. Like you recognize this as a spirit of blank.
And this is for like marriage proposals, Namak?
Basically you give it to someone that you adore.
Okay.
And you have no problem basically giving yourself to.
I think we just do a spirit of adoration.
All right.
There.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's in here. You can all feel like a spirit of adoration, and it's still good. Like Namak, it's not yours, but you could still give it to somebody and they would still feel the vibe. Not as powerful as the vampire that made it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But still, it shows somebody that you care. But also, Talus, there's a semi-sentient spirit of adoration in there. It's pretty old at this point, but does feel that it has been trapped in that ring, in this state, for over 1,000 years. And there's a bit that sparks that might be waking up.
Okay, I was totally about to solve that, and there's like a cool ring inside. I'm like, come on.
Can I try talking to the spirit?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think Talus, after opening it and investigating a little bit, will just kind of bring it up to his eyes. And he goes,
Oh, hello there. Who are you?
Figures the Rockman talks to rocks.
Yeah, no, I seriously, I have been trying every single time, and I cannot figure what is his deal.
I'm gonna roll for them. Okay. So You tell me, do you want this to be a situation where it is sentient and you have to and you break it out, or do you want this to be it is just a really good vibe, just very powerful, not quite awakened yet?
I'm fine with breaking it. Or needing to break it to release the spirit.
My name's Shiny. That's the first thing somebody said to me, that I was shiny.
And shiny you are. Have you been sleeping inside that cube?
It's like, I don't know. I woke up in the sand. Somebody said I was shiny. And it's just like, I cannot get out of this. You're the first person to talk to me.
I see. And would you like to be freed from your prison? Or is it more of a house?
And like, you... Oh, wait. Yeah, they... Let me try again. Let's see what they can do. Their flaw was the fact that they are naive, so... They cannot break out at all. Like, if there's a way out, I don't know it. And you all can hear a tink coming from inside that ring.
What's going on, Talus?
He's gonna lower it so that you can look at it, as though you could see exactly what he's seeing. And he's just like,
Look
No, it's
there.
just he's having
There's-
conversations with jewelry. I feel like this is par for the course at this point. I don't let it bother me.
Oh, Maverick. One day you may understand, but Namak, look here. There is more to it than simply jewelry. There is something alive inside, a spirit of sorts. And it is asked, well, it seems to be trapped in there. I believe I could free it if I were to break it. How important do you think this piece is to, I guess, our studies?
The ring itself was important to whoever made it. Now it is just full of old blood and whatever the spirit is. I mean, is it nice to look at? Yes. Would I like to keep the band? Yes. But the gem, feel free to do as you wish.
Very well.
I think Talus is just gonna remove the gem itself from the band before attempting to break the gem.
It's like, do you roll perfectionist for this?
I think I would roll artisan.
I think so too. I fully agree. I fully agree that artisan is the correct choice.
Because it's like, oh, this is like gem crafting, and if I wanted to create a fracture, it would be a artisan thing. If I was trying to create a piece of art here, I think it would be perfection. But since it's just
I absolutely agree with that.
constructing a thing or deconstructing a thing. It's artisan.
All right. You could also use spiritualist for this one.
Nope. I'll use them both. Sure. Ah!
So, with the 12, I think it works perfectly fine. There's just an unexpected side effect all of a sudden. As how do you crack this? Like, what is you remove it from the band?
Yep. Hand off to Namak, and then I'll go over to like a workbench or something, and like set it down, and then start making like a fault line in it, and just like little taps to try to get a crack to form before trying to strike it with like one big hit to like break it.
Absolutely. And as everybody's like looking over your shoulder as you do it, it's like a flashbang goes off.
No.
As the spirit known as Shiny has made their introduction. They are so bright you cannot look at them. The problem is they are so bright you can't not see them, even when you close your eyes.
Oh, like sun level bright.
It's just very sparkly.
Fuck, man.
I can't see.
God, it's like there's glitter inside my skull.
Yeah, Aoife tried to cover her eyes. It ends up like kind of in a fetal position, trying to look the other way. It's not helping.
I mean, I would say that I can't see, but the problem is like, oh God, it's all I can see.
It's just you all like feel adoration. All of you. You feel amazing. You feel like a ticker tape parade. All of you, but instead of confetti, or instead of ticker tape, it's glitter. That is the feeling that you get. Like, it's powerful. And yeah, none of you can see. But you all hear just thank you. Just what? It's like, oh, there's so much to be out here. Oh, like this is gonna be amazing. And then like it vanishes. The light fades for a moment.
Oh.
There's a candle wick on the table that is glowing extra powerfully, and it is just prismatic.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gone. It's like every time I blink, it's still like, oh, little green dots everywhere. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, everyone,
Talus?
let me
Just tried
introduce
to
you
blink
to.
extra hard to make it go away.
Let me introduce you to Shiny, as they call them.
I gathered.
I'm gonna pat Talus on the chest. With the, congratulations, you have become a father.
Mazel tov.
They are your responsibility, otherwise I do not care.
But should spirits not be free? I mean, this one has a mind of its own. Why should I be responsible for it or its actions?
You gave it its
Yeah,
freedom.
no, exactly. I couldn't agree more. You know, just because you let something out into the world or like begat it doesn't mean like you have to like do a bunch of shit and or pay for everything.
Aoife
Despite
slowly turns and looks at Maverick.
despite what all the records say about my people, one thing that we were was at least we took responsibility for our actions. We owned them.
I see.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, it's like yeah, nurturing, real, yeah. Responsibility is like my middle name.
What
I am
is
sure
that
it is not.
actually your middle name?
I think he's lying, Aoife.
Not important right now. What's important right now is oh my god, look at that candle wick. Wow, it's so shiny. Let's talk about that.
It, it is the shiniest thing. Because it's buck wild. Because you think about it, fire's not shiny, but this is. It's like holofoil fire.
Oh wow. It's like, what if a firecracker sparkler thing never went out?
Exactly, like so shiny. Oh, like, and it's like Talus. You 100% know that that thing, that amount, can be anywhere. This thing is. Fuck. I guess we're here now. Is this a threat if it gets out? Like, what's the worst that could happen? And is that our call?
Oh no.
Because it just flashbanged you come into existence.
Uh-huh. This might be
And
more
also,
of
it
like
adores you.
a learning opportunity. Try to
Yeah.
find it again to like tell it to keep it under control unless you're threatened, and then blind people and run away.
I do love an arc. So Shiny takes off.
There they go.
And then immediately, Nefraet-Ka doesn't have cars, but I do believe they have like wagons, and of course like some pulled by Jabbas, which are tiny little Jerboa creatures. They're adorable. But you hear a bunch of crashes outside. And then like shattering glass, and somebody just screaming, "My eyes! My eyes!"
They will adjust.
But yeah, you still have the band, Namak. It's in beautiful shape.
I will pocket that for later.
Yeah, all right. So then we return to the little bit of the recap. Out there are the Tears of Fate. That is what we called, what Nyx, leader of the order, called Lockstitch, with specifically called him on to ask Lockstitch for aid. For the last 1,000 years, Nefraet-Ka has relied on the Order to find the oasis that contains Tears of Fate. They collect the liquid, they then drink it, and it allows them to see in various different ways into the future. That is how we saw the Heart universe with Nyx. Nyx showed us all how terrible it could have been if things just went a little bit differently and Lockstitch disappeared. A whole world would have been destroyed. It was terrible, but great. And we then recently saw a version of that with what would happen if Katori died. But so with the Tears of Fate, they went missing a year ago, around the same time we turned the moon back on. They happened to go missing. The connection was made by Kay and Pollux and Castor, and with the help of a very high Talali and Rosie, they figured out that if they use moon magic on the Echo, they can pool and create the Oasis wherever they play that song, and wherever they make that magic happen. Pollux and Castor wrote a song called Something About Secrets. They got the moon addicted to that song. Like, that song is a huge earworm, and that's all they listen to on the moon. And then Pollux and Castor put on a concert with Orpheus and Frog and created an Oasis. The Order came out, began collecting it. There was a little bit of an incident where people were trying to steal it. There was an intimidation situation going on where Marziban, leader of the Node, was trying to intimidate Bammon into backing down, and Bammon threw him into a pool of the Tears of Fate, at which point he dissolved into the sand. And then Bammon, for like 30 seconds, became the leader of the Node, at which point he passed the power onto Zahara, Marziban's daughter. That is not how it works in the Node. It shouldn't work this way, but Zahara returned to the Node and has been doing a lot of good things with the help of the crew, and people really like her, so far she is still the leader of the Node, because the crew's been really helping her out. Now, here's an interesting bit. Zahara does not want to continue this contract that Nefraet-Ka made with the Node, made with her father. She doesn't want to continue it. It's bad for her, because she's going to have to go to war with Nefraet-Ka if they don't give her their sacred items. But she doesn't want to do that. That was her father's deal. So she asked the crew. Aoife was one of the ones that was asked to help find a way to break this spell, to break this contract, to annul it. So that is a mission given to the whole crew. If we could figure out how that worked, how you could do that. Also, Zahara doesn't want to get into the drug game. So the crew has a bunch of Tears of Fate. A bunch is a strong word. About a bottle of it that has been given to you by the Order to try to help locate the Oasis in the future. Is there any other way that doesn't involve the music? Is the moon a threat to the way that they do things? And he's just like, all of these things are up to you guys to study. Like, there's enough for everybody to have their own little project if you guys believe that you would be doing that at all, or what your connection with the Tears of Fate would be.
I think it would be interesting to study stuff with the moon. The moon tier correlation research. Yeah, I think that's worth looking into. Because I already did some of the artifact cataloging.
I
I'd
think
be
Talus
interested
would
in
just
that.
be more interested in what the tiers actually are, as opposed to like researching the other parts. Just like, what is that? Why is that?
I mean, with the moon, it's the push and pull of the tides. I think that's part of why Aoife would be interested in it, especially learning that the moon is like a living thing with like a whole society on it and stuff that she's never seen before.
At least the moon doesn't burn me when it's out.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I wonder why that is.
Namak, did you ever go to the moon?
Did our empire have a trade relation with the moon?
Oh, they sure did.
Then I probably did.
Oh, God, they must have. Okay.
I'm sure there was a lot of diplomatic parties there.
Oh, wait. Okay. Like, at the height, and then the world started. Alright.
Yeah.
The moon turned off 1,000 years ago. You must have, like, if you are older than 1,000 years, which we know that you are, then the moon would have been at its height, because it didn't slowly stop working. It got turned off.
And then magic slowly faded from the rest of everywhere.
Yep. And while it faded, you slept.
Well, the big old snooze.
So yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Moon studies and what this.
So I guess I should ask, is there any information that the Namak knows that may be pertinent to the tiers that hasn't been magically erased from existence?
Namak, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. Namak, these things did not exist in your time. Or not like on this level. Like this is you heard about like all of you, well, not you, Maverick. The rest of you would have heard about this kind of thing, like the blue dream liquid, or like it had tons of different names, like the blue fairy. That it wasn't a spirit, but it just was almost like, can all three of you give me rolls? Because
Sure.
this is almost like spirits folklore. Like your folklore's folklore.
Okay. So just straight D20.
If you could think of something that you would put in, like, go for it.
Yeah, I don't believe I necessarily have anything for that, so I think it'd just be straight D20 for me.
Could I add occultist?
Absolutely, there could be some occultist leans to it. That'll give me some fun answers.
Unless you're gonna let me add hope, I'm not sure if I got anything.
Spiritualist might give you something.
Okay.
Like, basically, how do the spirits talk about this stuff?
And yes, Caustic, Namak did have
Ooh.
jars of the stuff in his tomb.
Let's just add another point to spiritualist. Or whatever spiritualist 2 is.
But I think the jars of stuff in Namak's tomb was just because we knew it could hold magic.
The jars of it in the Mox tomb are there is an answer to that. I think the answer comes from here that Namak did not. Oh, shit. Alright. That's a little bit of a plot hole, I think. Let's talk this out, everybody. So,
Well,
the Tears
well-
of Fate did not start getting used until after. No, sorry. Simple solution. My bad. Namak. The Tears of Fate showed up very, very close to when you went to sleep.
Mhm.
Because magic was fading so much, you knew that this liquid held a large amount of magic. Whether or not you guys knew how to use it, you had definitely been testing it. Like, the order will have come about before you went to sleep. So some people knew how to use this and knew how powerful it was. Alright. No plot hole there.
Basically,
this
it
is-
was a test drive of what we could do with it.
Absolutely. Like, what could happen? Like, when you wake up, you. So, Aoife, you rolled a
Aoife.
17. Aoife rolled a 17. God,
Yeah.
I'm looking right at the A, and I gotta
I
close
know.
my eyes when I
It's
say
it's
Aoife.
fine.
No, it's not fine. Because we're recording this, and like people are gonna judge me. Mainly me. I'm gonna judge me. Alright. Aoife, you rolled just raw. So it would have been just things that you picked up over the years.
Mm.
So way back in the day, you all, like your people, everybody knew about the strange blue liquid that could appear all over the Echo.
Mhm.
It's like there are stories about it on all sides of it from very long ago, and mostly just people are just like, oh no, they just say that it's this color, like that magic. You know, like that is like magic. But then linked into a bunch of cultures is this stuff. But it went away from all of those cultures 1,000 years ago.
All right.
And sorry.
Oh no, I was processing because I was wondering if what her people might have thought it was like the spark of creation or something.
I think and like based on the way that Amon, Nyx, and everybody's powers thus far have worked, it is a door to dreams.
Okay.
Like you could, if you got lucky enough to find something, like if you got lucky enough, people would peer into it and for a little while live a different life. Some people lived hundreds of years staring into a puddle, but then when they looked up, it was as if no time had passed. They got to live dreams. Many different cultures did it many different ways. Everybody did know don't drink this, though. It was a big part. It's a big part of it. Branding. It's just kind of like universal.
Where you can see, but you don't try to consume your fate.
Right? Don't drink that. But that all of those legends, well, not even legends. It all just stopped. It stopped 1,000 years ago. And Talus, you've been asleep longer than 1,000 years. But looking into this, with a 20, it's like you, at one point in time, It's like, okay, Talus, what do you know about dreams?
Well, you have to be asleep.
Talus, were you trying to dream? Is that why you were asleep for so long? Is that why you were a rock for so long? Talus, were you dreaming?
I probably was, right?
It would be the first occurrence of a spirit dreaming, I think.
Okay. So they were around before I went to sleep, or like as I was going to sleep, they were making a better appearance?
More universal. Like, but the powers were never what you've been described. Like you couldn't like see the future. You would just see like a dream. You know? Just a little dream. But Nyx can like show everybody in the room the same nightmare.
Does a spirit that's a rock dream if it gets dropped in a puddle of this stuff?
Does he dream of electric sheep?
You said it's at least somewhat like spiritual energy?
It is
Just
a I think this is no, it's absolutely not spiritual.
Okay.
It is an interesting vibe. Say you got some glyph work done on you. Because you guys can do that. That's like you could pay to get that done. It would be, like teal glowing tattoos. But it feels wild. Not just to you. This is, I think, probably the only thing that you feel the same way everybody else in the world does. Like it's like a buzzing. Oh shit, I don't want to do like a lot of glowing tattoos. That's really Stokey's brand.
No, it's fine. Soki's always been and always will be.
Nobody can out Soki.
These are just simple lyrium infusions into the golem. For my Dragon Age folks.
It's not a Soki tattoo unless it's from the Soki region of.
It's like champagne.
Yeah, champagne.
This is just sparkling body art, okay? It's not actual Soki.
Sparkling body glitter.
Oh man, I want Maya to learn the two types of. I wanted to learn glyph tattoos, and I wanted to learn sparkly tattoos. How do you represent sparkly in a tattoo?
I don't know. From what I've ever seen in real life, it's like you do a bunch of little specks of different color.
We live in a fantasy world where we can tattoo basic mirrors onto people.
Just ask Shiny if he wants to be part of a tattoo.
Goodbye, Talus.
Uh-oh.
The rock is on a journey.
He's gone back to rest and contemplate.
Yeah.
It's like, right? We just talked about this.
But like the
Folds up like
light
a
starts to
roly-poly.
leave his eyes as he's pondering something, and Maverick is just going over there like, is like waving his hand in front of him like, oh god, what?
Is he asleep?
Then-
Is he dead? What happened? Did he like?
The song in his head is Papa was a rolling stone.
Oh, it hurt.
Where he laid his hat was
Maverick
on.
is
And
completely
when
out of his
he
depth in
died.
everything that's going on right now. So I feel like he's just like fly on the wall, doing very little.
It's like this glowing. Like, why is it glowing? It's just because it glows.
Okay, before
ask
I was
people
like,
why they
why is
glow.
it glowing? And now I'm like, now this big stone man, he's not glowing. Why is he not glowing? Is that a bad thing?
There.
Oh,
There.
he's glowing again. Okay, wait. Oh, so what does that mean?
What does it
Oh, no,
mean
man.
reconnected?
I'm here.
Actually,
What happened? I blacked out there for a second. Last thing I heard was Mai's gonna get glowing tattoos and rune tattoos.
glowing tattoos and sparkly tattoos.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. But yeah. So you all, the knowledge that you have is the fact that this stuff was all over the Echo back in the day. Back when you looked up and you saw the moon spinning, this stuff had like little legends. Very rarely heard about legends. Like once in a generation, somebody would see it on a side, you know? But now they know where it is over and over and over again, and it exists here and in quantities that even as old as you are, Talus, like you never saw a bottle of it. A bottle? Like, the idea of it being missed in a very fine location is like, but when you like look at the mist, you just see a dream world. That.
So the abundance of it now is like shocking.
Yes, absolutely. Also, it is canonic that when Talus isn't paying attention and then suddenly pays attention, it makes the Discord Connect sound.
So
It's
he goes
very
Talus and he
subtle.
goes, butter.
What was happening? I'm sorry, I was elsewhere.
Right. So yeah, that is information that you guys have. I don't think between any of you, no. No, I don't think you guys know any other songs. Or do you? Who rolled? Oh, sorry. Not Forgiven. Talus,
Yep.
were there any good ways, or like old folklore, that caused these things to pool? Like, was there any way for you guys to summon it on command at any point of your life? Before you went to sleep, obviously.
And this is like folklore style.
Yeah, folklore style. Almost like 10 hot tips to help you lucid dream.
I'm sure there was. Could it have been like if you gathered enough of, I think it's almost like a festival kind of thing.
Okay, okay.
Now, I wonder if is on like the celestial seaside. We know of, or at least I think I know of, like that one festival that I think we talked about putting on that side a long time ago, where it's like the Aurora Borealis and the Stairway to Heaven kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that where that came from? Was like a celebration of this festival?
Okay, okay. So if you gather enough people, honestly, I think it's got to be something like you gather enough people together, and it's got to be a massive number, like a more than a concert hall.
Yeah.
And they all have to sleep.
I'm thinking it has to be like people from all sides too.
Okay, okay.
So it has to be a gathering of the Echo. Or it used to have to be a gathering of the Echo to one side to do a big sleep.
To do a big sleep, and everybody got to have like a fun joined dream situation.
Yeah.
Where were you at the
Slumber
Echo
party.
slumber party?
Yeah.
Right? Oh my god, Echo Slumber Party. We're bringing that holiday.
Hell yeah.
Where it was just like, oh, they get to enter the dream realm and do things. And it used to be like this big, like,
Really big
just
deal.
huge worldwide event.
And that could only exist if the Tears of Fate were worldwide, were Echo-wide.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just a very funny, yeah, the whole world had a slumber party. I mean, not the whole world, but enough of it.
Were the tiers on every side different, and they just had to like gather enough of it from each side to add to the
Also-
dream sequence?
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Does it mean that something, well, I guess you've been kind of exploring that. So that does mean that when people brought tears from other sides and then they came to the Sanguine, something happened? And that's why there's a big pool of them on this side? Like they're gonna have this slumber party and then something bad happened?
Clearly, they're just drawn to this side because of all the sleeping vampires.
I mean,
Roll occultist.
Oh, God.
Or did the vampires have to be stopped because they were like hoarding it? Or trying to start hoarding it?
Okay. Alright.
because they wanted to be able to see when they could come back safely.
Namak. Early in the lifespan of this stuff, as you're like exploring, as you were gathering it up, like you had heard legends about it, maybe this was a way to keep enough magic going. This was your job. You were collecting this. Now, sometimes you discovered some races, or some types of creatures could actually hold a little bit of it in themselves, and then it could be distilled out of the blood. Simple thing. Happen once in a while. Now it might not have been you, but it could have been you if you wanted to be. Somebody made a discovery that the more of it that you had, the more of it that you would have. It drew itself like a loading stone. So,
I know who I want to have discovered that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna DM you.
Like, absolutely. And like you heard all about this all of the time. How's your project? You had yours. And that's so great. But I mean, there were different amounts. So people were stored away with it. And like that's why like your home had your mausoleum, tomb, and Dolce had some down there.
Mhm.
And you all know that the more that you had, the more that you would get. But you guys couldn't you couldn't transfer it. You could not drink this, Namak. You saw what happened when vampires drank this, and you saw what happened when a lot of people drank this.
It's not good.
Like whole cities evaporating into blood and bone bits. Whoops.
Whoopsies.
Accidents happen, everybody. For science, sometimes entire cultures drink the bad water.
The Kool-Aid, as it were.
Or at least that is what a lot of people are saying right now. So, like that is Aoife and Maverick, could you both roll me whatever roll that you think would tell you that there is a lie in the air? You know what I mean? Like romantically, like it's like a little buzzing mosquito of a spell.
Oh,
In terms of deception, or
There is a deception, but it's a reality-wide deception.
I want to say Guardian.
I think that's just manipulator for like Maverick. It's hard to con him because he's so good at sniffing out cons.
Absolutely. You can use manipulator twice because you do have the next level of it.
Oh, we haven't figured out what's that's
I
called.
haven't figured out what to name it yet, but we got to do those conversations. I'm looking forward to them.
I love that the working title is like Gaslight Gatekeep. and then-
Gaslit, gatekeep. Absolutely. You cannot be gaslit or gatekept.
No, I just things open in my presence. I don't know why. We don't know why. It's a mystery to everybody.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
I was unsure if it would be Guardian or if I should pick Cursed because it has to do with Buromancy.
The cursed, the cursed is a good flavor. I think you will get the information if you roll cursed regardless, but like something bad could happen here.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
like
let's-
story.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
let's
gonna.
do that.
Aoife, you want to go first, or?
Sure, I'll go first.
But a nat 20.
Ew.
Nat 20. Look at that.
Ayo.
There
Should we wait
is-
for results, or should
Oh
Mav
yeah,
roll
yeah,
his?
yeah. Go Maverick, you give me yours too.
Nice.
Nice.
Fucking killing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know bullshit when I see it. This is fucking bullshit.
All right. So your curse, you can feel it. Aoife, like you can feel a falsehood being put on Namak. It's not. He's up and wandering around, so he's like a moving target. But you can see. It feels like, you know what? To tie it in with Tiloa, it feels like there's like a slimy slug slowly like going after. It feels like Hexus is slowly chasing after Namak right now.
Or something strange trying to whisper into the ear of his helmet.
Yeah, it's just like the really gooey one.
Mm-hmm.
And it is trying to change him. this is a Biromantic curse. It is, it's what hit you. This is a primordial, use of Biromancy. Maverick, how the fuck? It's like in a completely different way. You do not, Maverick, you do not see that thing at all. Like, could not possibly exist.
I think that there's this sense for a moment. Maverick is kind of got his typical, like, when he smells a scheme, he smells bullshit, he smells like somebody lying. He thinks he's got this on an intuitive level, but he's aware for a moment of almost like something, some presence almost directly speaking to him, although it's like, it's not like he hears words, it's just a vibe. But that vibe is speaking to him so strong that's like, yeah, no, don't believe it. Like something above him is talking to him. But again, it's not words, just a vibe. And he kind of he snaps out of it for a minute. He's just like, no, it's totally just my good instinct. Yeah, no, something's wrong here.
For a moment, when you weren't directly paying attention, Namak, while you were holding an ancient item, for a moment, everybody in the room had ridiculous amounts of animosity towards you. Like, they all, for a second, hated you and everything you stand for.
Ah, yes.
Aoife, there's a little, like, slimy hexus, like, trying to climb into, Namak's helmet.
Mm-hmm.
How would you stop it?
Where's that lockbox cube?
I imagine I would probably still have it then.
I would like to try and trap it in there.
Okay. Roll me. I think Guardian and honestly, Ecologist would help for this one.
Okay, so 3 of them.
Yep, 3 of them.
All right, let's see.
15 is perfectly fine. You manage to snap it, and it breaks off a little bit of a lie. Like, literally a lie. It smells like ink. It is a part of a contract that is trying to define Namak as this massively long sheet of terrible things that we know that we think of the vampires as.
Mm-hmm.
And Maverick, all of a sudden it occurs to you that if a group with sufficient Biromantic power had an enemy, the best way to defeat that enemy would be to make the whole world hate them. But that seems ridiculous. I don't know who would do that.
Yeah, that's so silly. I don't know.
Who does propaganda against people? That's weird.
So, yeah. In here we know that there is Biromancy currently at work against Namak's people. Again, just so I can say it, Namak's people were still vampires that ate people.
Mm-hmm.
We had standards.
Now, I agree.
It had to be hello. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, that one.
I'm not going there. I'm sorry, guys.
We're gonna get that one in
You,
post.
we're gonna back straight up out of that one.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it would
We're,
be
you
very
go
dark
ahead
no
and
matter which way you spin it.
take a mulligan on that one, and we're just gonna reroll.
But no, like they definitely had standards to which like they chose what to eat. It wasn't like every intelligent creature was fair game.
And I look forward to having these discussions. Like, truly. All right, now, what is... So that is the Tears of Fate, and that is... Now we know significantly more about it, even beyond that. Okay, so... We already discussed the Marzipan stuff. Did we? I lost my place in my recap.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
we discussed his murder basically.
Ah, yes. Okay, yep. I did. We did get through that. Thank you. Huh. So next up, that the things that the crew are researching, and we don't have to like go down them ourselves right now. But the crew is focused on... They're doing a little monster hunting, because any creature not trained by the Order, when they consume the Tears of Fate, it destroys them. It turns them into the Sanguine Sand. The Red Sands are people basically not atomized, but sand. Like all their blood, all their bones, and all of their soul, all their memories, everything about them is the sand. The sand is the ghost of you. Don't drink it. So, we can go look into that if we wanted to. We don't need to, but that is one thing that we're studying. And the other thing that we are studying is Katori is working on rediscovering Namak's language. And by discovering the language, people will be able to start remembering it. Because they ran into a group of artifact hunters that became archaeologists that are trying to put the language together. But those artifact hunters are still selling the treasure. Like, they need to make a profit somewhere. But they can sell it for significantly more money because they can describe just a hint of what the stuff actually is. Like, they know what good items are, and now the crew is basically buying it from them.
I think Maverick would be actually pretty interested in language. It's kind of his craft.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Maverick, take the lead on this one.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm like, getting places, talking to people. I don't know why people don't see me as more of an expert on these things.
Right.
And perhaps you just need to show them.
Je parle plus long way. Like, impeccably, even.
So, in the room where we are studying the language, it's a pretty full room. A lot of people are working on it in different ways. I know Aman is working on it. I know Kay is working on it. I know Isaac is working on it. Like, a lot of people are just running a bunch of ideas through it. Of like what the best system is. And I don't think there is a best system. I think there's a bunch of systems that work for a lot of different people.
Yes, these are words.
Inside is like a Naga named Vorish. And like, yes, like these are the ones that we have thus far, pointing up at the ones the glyphs that they have in the air. They're pretty elaborate. These people must have used a single character to mean many, many different things. It's all about the connections, all about like where it is in the word and in the sentence.
Right, it's like contextual.
Contextual conversations, exactly. Ooh woo.
Sounds about right.
It's just like, are you anyone like studying? Katori's on a snack break right now, and honestly, the bird guy scares me.
Oh, you know, I'm one of these people, so it's just funny watching you all work.
Oh no! See,
It's like, you know, it's whether or not it comes out like as a whoa or like a oh whoa.
no, these people went extinct 1,000 years ago or so. Ooh woo.
Yes, I've been asleep for about 1,000 years.
Yeah, that's okay. Good job. We all take good naps. But what I'm saying is, whoever this language was has been gone for 1,000 years or thereabouts. Ooh woo.
Yes, we all went to sleep because the magic of the echo was gone, and we were going to wait until it came back.
And then they were forgotten. That's the part that really gets me. Ooh woo. Like, I understand they were everywhere. Based on our maps of the treasure, they should have been, like, the most historically relevant peoples of their time. Ooh woo.
I'm right here.
But here we are, you know. Nobody knows. You can't tell them from Joseph. Ooh woo. Who are you? Ooh woo.
I am Namak Haladine.
Ah, okay. And we're gonna sign out any of the glyph pens. We got quite a good deal from the per diem.
This cannot be happening.
Ooh.
Sure. I guess. Sure. If Namak could rub his temples right now, he would.
All right.
Sorry, I was like out for just a second. Think part of like Maverick coming in here and doing all the ooh-woos was basically the like he's trying to also. I think he's just hitting on this Naga, and he was just like, oh, are we talking about this language or no? I'm like, I actually speak a little Naga. Like I got the dialect.
Okay, this is gonna be a roll. You are the character that is most equipped to make this role, which is fun, and also by design.
Also terrifying. Yeah.
Also terrifying. Everybody else that has tried to use the Uwu dialect has met with scorn from the Uwu Nagas.
Well, I could do it, no problem.
I feel like I could take 2 tag point total, 1 charming and 1 rogue. I feel like that just works. This is something a charming rogue would do and pull off.
This is something a charming rogue would do and pull off. Absolutely. So yeah.
No, I'm just what I'm trying to say here is I have a very deep, intimate. Interest in languages.
And that's the attempt.
Yep. Give me 3d20. Let's see if Orish is interested.
Namak is silently moving his gaze from Maverick to the Naga and then back to Maverick as this exchange happens.
Okay. It's a mixed success. It's a tough, it's limited. It's like Vorish is just like, what? Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like I'd love more eyes on this paper. Ooh, woo. See here, and like you look at the paper. If you look at the paper, it doesn't have anything on it. Like it maybe squiggles.
Oh, yeah. Let me get close here and look at this with you. Like trying to cover that it doesn't have anything on it. Just being like,
And it's like, no, it's like I can't make heads or tails of it. Can you roll me 2d20?
I mean, I could if I could type.
Oh shit. Adventure.
Okay, all right. The 2 is so dangerous.
But the adventure is so adventure.
The adventure is adventure. You know what? Okay. Like Vorish's eyes glow silver as no, not glow silver. In front of you, on the page that looks like you saw some like vague lines, you now know the vampire word for adventure.
Hell yeah. I approve.
I don't know what that symbol like here, let me show you some of the symbols that I made with Canva.
Because Maverick was feeling so adventurous in that moment for no reason whatsoever.
Adventure revealed itself to Maverick.
Yeah. Winking at a Naga. Just like, hey, baby.
Winking at a Naga is like the best fucking like
He also
90s
I feel like at
ska
some point
band
this
I've
is
ever
an
heard.
addition of like the classic like
So, like, if you want to compare notes later, Snake Wings.
Thank you.
So this is the symbols that they use. Like this means harbinger. This means blood. This means bringer. This can mean in a sentence. Went to get something as well. It's one of
BRB.
those things. Yeah. You could put like in the right context. That's BRB, but also in the right context, it means our old god. But now we know what the adventure shape looks like, and it fills this room, everybody. Namak, you are struck by the sense of adventure, and based on like your armor and what we talked about for your character, that is very when you were a teenager assassin vampire, flipping from rooftop to cut down your rivals.
Yes, the good old days, as it were.
It's just like, it's so much fun. Like, you and your sister, it's just like begrudgingly working together, but you were still a hell of a team. You were a hell of a team back then.
Yep.
Like,
Get
just
anything
cutting people
done.
apart. And it's just like, it's so great. And then, like, there was an artifact. You would call it an artifact now. Thousands of years old. You lost it on one of those faithful missions, and she made fun of you about it. What was that lost item again?
Oh, man. If it was something that we lost, that'd be Useful of some sort. The only thing coming to mind is a dagger of some sort.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it was I think
The dagger.
It was your cool little loop earring that you had on one side, because this is back when you were an edgy 90s vampire.
I had
You know,
the
your
one
version of the
piercing.
90s.
Oh man, you were the
God, you were
red and
so
white flavor goth.
We
You know
couldn't
how
get two
you know how they,
piercings
like,
because we didn't do that, but we could get the one.
oh man, were you a juggalo? Were you the red and white juggalo?
Vampire Fago.
Oh. Just fucking Fango, thank you.
Fango.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Not my Juggalo era.
Oh no! You had the socially inappropriate. You had the culturally inappropriate dreadlocks.
Yeah. And when we say the 90s, it was literally just the 90s.
It's double digits only.
Yeah, just 90s.
Oh man, I hope all vampires hit that. Like when they hit like 89, 90. It's such an edgelord era for
Yeah,
all
no,
of
it's
them.
not even like a description of a decade in time. It's just when you start to hit your 90s. You're in your 90s. Like,
Yep, they're about to go through their 90s.
Like, oh god. It's like, you heard about the Roaring 20s? Fuck the 90s.
Oh, no, Caustic. You gotta understand, Namak is older than just 1,000 years old.
Yeah. Otherwise, we would have gotten that flavor of Namak.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh my
where's my
god.
Walkman? Where's my Walkman? I
You
need
went, you went to bed in the middle of your 90s. At the
Oh,
beginning of your
God.
90s, woke
Oh,
up as
Oh,
just a hot topic
man.
teen.
Where's my
Don't even wear this
Fango?
armor.
where the fuck is that motherfucker
Somebody-
Dracula? He owes me.
Somebody stole my spike collar. son
Oh
of a bitch.
man. Welcome to the dark circus, motherfuckers.
We're all gonna go hang out underneath the abandoned bleachers over there after school. You wanna hang out with us?
Hatchet men, mount up.
Nika,
How-
great timing with the Lockstitch RPG channel identification, because otherwise no one would know what the fuck this is about.
Like, hello everybody. We play a TTRPG. Sometimes it's focused on Detroit-based rappers ICP.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I mean, we have a cult, basically.
Yeah.
That is true. You do have
Was
some.
there a vampire named Violent J? I need to know. Is this...
Yeah.
It
He's one
has
of those
to be.
fringe vamps. He later he's part of the movement that started making the obsession vampires.
Oh, so he's still around.
No. Like he's the progenitor, and then he disappeared. But then like people took over his studies.
Out there somewhere.
You're right. He's encased in the makeup right now, frozen somewhere as a statue.
Like it's carbonite.
You have to utter the whoop whoop in order to free. This is so stupid.
This is so dumb. Oh, this is the most niche episode that we've played of this game, and that is saying a lot.
I do not believe that for a second, Colin. Every single tangent we get on is niche in its own regard.
So, gosh, if that one has a rune on it, the dagger or whatever it was that you had, is it just like a little guy with a hatchet?
Oh my god. What is adventure? Just the little guy with the hatchet.
Oh, you know what? That could be what I lost on this journey thing. There's
Your
like
hatchet?
no, like a pair of like necklaces that me and my sister had together.
Okay,
I lost
alright,
my
back,
necklace.
we're back on actual topics.
Okay, we're reeling it back in.
We got it.
I'm reeling it back in. We're backing it up. Dump truck,
Yeah.
back it up.
Back it up. Back it
Thank
up.
you. Somebody had to do it. God,
Yeah. whew.
glad Dad showed up. That necklace. You know exactly where that is. Like, in your mind, not even in your mind, you see the adventure symbol jump off the page. It's not the hatchet man, but apparently it can move. And it flies out the window. And you know exactly where the Cave of Wonders is. Or the Wonderful Cave, I'm sorry. Legally distinct Cave of Wonders.
A real cool cave.
I know where the cave is.
And you know exactly where that item is in that cave.
I know where the necklace is in the cave.
What necklace?
What cave now? Huh?
Would I know it as the Wonderful Cave?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Or is
the
it just,
one-
it's a cave?
It's like, I don't think it existed back with you guys. This is it up here, everybody.
Yeah.
So
The
I just feel
fox-headed
like
cave.
it's in a cave. It's something it's it has sentimental value for me. Something my sister gave me. I have to get into a man's cave.
Filthy. Alright. And there is another. Okay. So we know the wood for adventure. We know. Oh, not forgiven. Soki feels that.
Adventure running away.
Like, just a spread, a sudden uptick, like a lost flavor of adventure came back.
All right.
I don't know if we told you, Soki is on side 16.
Yeah, Prismeridian, I think.
Wait, no, is it side 16 or side 6? I can't remember. Yeah, Prismeridian, that is where Soki's at.
Yeah.
Now, we've done that. So yeah, Vorsh sidles up to Maverick, like looking over your shoulder to read when like they're the ones that are sitting there, you know? Very specifically, like, oh, and you said that right there? And like when you move your hand away from it, where you were pretending to read, in the book is written the symbol for adventure. And Vorsh is like, I don't even know how I missed that. It's right there. It's so clear.
You clearly got the talent. It's just that, sometimes the extra set of eyes really just, and an extra set of hands can really help.
It's like, oh, you
Like,
saved me.
really can be such a help. Like, such a good help.
Ooh. You saved me hours. Like, I can pack it in right here. I'm further ahead than I thought I'd be. And she's like,
Sweet. Do
maybe
you want to go like Taiwan on?
I mean, if you know a place to like get a good drink down here, I mean, I don't know the city very well.
Anywhere that I walk into is gonna serve a good drink after I tell them how to make one. Okay, like you can just stick with me on.
Well, that sounds delightful. And like oh wait, no, they. Vorsh
That's
is
right.
they.
You can finish up here. I'll link up with you all later. Like use the communicator or whatever.
It's like, ooh,
He's like halfway out the building, as you say.
He's
What?
nothing if not consistent.
Just make a
Very
totally
true.
unintentional discovery and then just be like, anyway, I need to go get laid.
I think he gets stage fright over his own accomplishments.
I wouldn't call that stage fright, but what would I know?
The last bit of stuff that I really thought we were gonna get to the per diem today, but that's fine. It's actually great. The last bit of it is we have issues with alchemists right now. So, in the city of the Node, we ran into an alchemist by the name of Nora. She had blue skin, red eyes. She had 4 red eyes, blue skin. She was impeccably dressed. She was very couture, but what if MC Escher designed couture outfits? She was very upfront with how she felt, and whenever she spoke, her outfit changed to match her vibe. She was very Devil's Wears Prada at one point, but then like leaned way back, like very sympathetic at other points, like almost like a get well soon card. And like it turned into basically a graphic novel for Tomb Squad at some point. It was fantastic outfit. Now you 3 plus Maverick, you thought he was going to be here for this part of the conversation, but here we are.
I mean, I can be back. I can be.
Yeah, it's been like 10 seconds at least, right?
That's a long time.
Yeah. Plenty.
Oh, the champ has returned.
Yeah, what are we getting up to? She's still waiting in the car. I said we'd hang it. She can wait. It's fine.
Right, of course. Always keep the maidens waiting.
Like
Indeed.
Maverick, this is actually hilarious because this is the character that you never got to meet in your game. Like the one that I'm describing.
Oh.
So the character that these 3 are researching, you're not here for the research.
Actually, yeah, that might be perfect. Yeah.
I think we can tie it all together. I want to put you into the scene, in and out of the scene, Avi. Gross.
I do like the idea that I've managed to convince her that we're gonna go have a drink, and then she's gotten into a cart, and then I've come back up to wrap things up, and she's still just charmed enough to like wait for me, even though I'm such a piece of shit. And
Oh,
clearly
absolutely.
not prioritizing it.
Oh, and they're paying for that cart
Yeah,
cab.
I just gotta run up for like 5, just a second, and I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting. I'll be right down here. It's just like adventure in their eyes. So, you all.
Honey, I'm not the right one you should wait on.
So you have all heard a couple of things about biromantic activity in the node. Like, obviously, like, the alchemists are the major biromantic force that we know about. Other than DLC, I don't know if you guys have started researching those yet, but we will talk about the dragon lawyers with you guys when I know Prof can be there.
Okay.
Because they're the other major Buromantic faction that we know about.
Yeah.
But you know that the alchemists have done something to Namak's people. Like, you can sense the fact that it's there. It is curse adjacent. I will tell you that immediately. If your character would have thought of midnight to fix parts of it, it would. Like, that is just, it would break that curse. But it would take a lot of biting. Like, you'd have to do it for every single thing. But that said, sometimes I want to give a concrete answer as to whether or not I think this would work. But
Just
then,
need
go
the
ahead.
wolf to eat our homework.
Exactly, give it a little shot. Why not? What's the worst that it could go bad, but that's why it would always be on the screen with rolls, so that we can make it go good. All right. Now, the next thing that you all know, the Buromancers were in Mastaban. They were there. They had placed, once they discovered they couldn't destroy the caskets, those things must be crazy strong, because they are designed to last forever. But like, the Buromancers could not destroy them. Like, that is how artisan top quality those coffins are. So they cursed them, and they had them hidden away in the mountains. And then we know that if we open any of those coffins, those creatures are going to wither and die in horrendous ways. Like, absolutely the worst ways. And the Buromancers have some kind of trade deal with the Node. The Node is the tent city. It is been described as a place of scum and villainy. It is where Namak bought that ring. It is just a wonderful place. We know the woman who leads that, obviously. She asked us a favor. We did her a favor, but she doesn't know it was us that helped her out. Disguised as squirrels, the crew did some really good advertising.
Yeah.
But the Dendroid squirrels get the credit for it, because their costumes were just so good. Not costumes, disguises.
Aoife makes a very convincing squirrel.
Very convincing squirrel. And Elliot's just squirrely. Oh, not Elliot.
Yeah.
Kui is just squirrely.
You can't spell squirrel without Kui.
We did discover that. I think there's actually a moment that if you listen to it, you can hear us all spelling squirrel to ourselves. It's just like a real good moment. But, so, Buromancy's all over the place. But the alchemists also have ties in the Node. Zahara specifically said that she did not want to get in bed with the alchemists. She would rather do business with Lockstitch. Like, she saw the alchemist do some shady stuff with her father, and she'd like to distance herself from that.
Ignore there.
She wants to like make it out on her own situation. She could. She could side with them, and they could get her out of this contract, but then she would owe them. She doesn't want to owe them. We know that the alchemists can break contracts, or at least we theorize they can. So but Vatna told everybody there is an absolutely beautiful rift in the node. Incredibly powerful, incredibly beautiful, has no idea how it's created. It is top priority for us to get in there and get like really good sketches of it. Like to learn as much of it as we can. But this is like an off the records mission, like off the books.
Okay.
So remember that, Maverick, by the way. Oh, sorry. So everybody, remind Maverick how important it is that tomorrow when he gets the node with Arthur and Vidra and Cass.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I did. Bright and early, right? Bright and early. I will be there. Punctuality is my
coherent.
middle name. Completely, yeah. No, I'll be there.
It's like, okay. So Maverick tomorrow. Just, I want to do it as Peanut, but Peanut's not the administrator anymore. Then like outside, Vorish is just like, ooh, they charge by the minute. Ooh.
No, it's cool. I'm coming. I told you I'm coming. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
No. It's like Peanut snapping in your face. Like, Maverick, listen to me. This is an off the books mission.
I'm totally listening.
I know. Just follow me. All right.
My number one focus right now is this thing right here in front of me. No, yeah, I'll be right there, man.
Woo! I could
Like
use
I
a
was saying,
drink.
right here in front of me.
She's like, okay. Her name's Nora. Find her. Find any information that you can about her. And it's just like, Arthur and Vidra have some information on their own that they've been gathering. It's just like, whatever you do. And she's like, find out everything you can about Nora. We believe she is a beermancer. And like, cart honk. It's just a guy blowing like, awooga.
Or just saying honk.
Or just, yeah, honk. And then Vorish outside also getting in on it. Honk, 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 honk. Ooh, ooh. Honk, ooh, ooh, honk, ooh, ooh.
Trying to emulate a goose to show how the displeasure. Honk.
Yeah, you feel threatened. Like every time like somebody honks their horn in this world, it literally sounds like a threat. It's just like, okay, all right. So they
Yeah,
hand
Nora,
you
totally got it. Beeromancy. Yeah, I got it. I'm all over it. Trust me.
I would say roll for it, but we already know how that game ended up.
I mean, yeah, no, like, are you saying rolling for my believability in that
Oh no, yeah.
you can trust what I say, or?
No, that's fine. I believe you.
Okay. That's a really poor decision, but, you know, good, whatever.
Something about Peanut. Peanut really vibes. Other people might say something. Peanut's like, no. This will work out. Meanwhile,
an
it
extremely
cuts.
trusting
Yeah,
cat.
we're gonna find out who Joaquin's killer is by the end of this. Okay, it's like things work in mysterious ways here.
Literally, Peanut like blowing out like a cigarette, blowing out just a breath.
Like the post, I really hope the other game with the Golden Girl, not the Golden Girls. I'm sorry.
I've also
wish it
been
was the
thinking
Golden
about them
Girls.
as the Golden
Fletcher.
Girls.
With Fletcher goes well, you know, when
Oh
we
my
figure
God,
out everything
who-
and everything,
which
everything's
one's
gonna go
which?
well. And I'm just imagining
Maverick is
like I'm coming
Blanche.
back and it's like we're coming back and reporting. It's just like,
So the thing about Nora, we did not yet now never found her, didn't meet her, but craziness, get this. Joaquin's killer.
from there.
Peanut's just like, this is the last case. This is it. It's like, once we find that killer, I can finally retire for good. He's just like,
Like
look,
just not
this
the mission
city's
you sent me
wild.
on at all.
the mission you're sent on. Go figure out who this alchemist is. Can we use them to get to the killer? The mission you went on, blow up this trailer, end up in Maine. Oh, I'm sorry. Smoke this hookah. Drink this weird drink.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you are
But
really
yeah,
trusting
hair
of
the
Nagas.
hair of the dog, you know.
Hair of many dogs.
But you know, so to speak. There was no hair, there were no dogs, there was a lot of biting last night, but there was a lot of liquor. And then, you know, and then another snake offers you a drink, and you're just like, yeah, no, this will solve everything.
That snake had a rattle tail. It was sick. All right, that catches us right up to that moment. In character or out of character, does anybody have any questions about where we are, relationships with characters that you feel weren't well enough explained or that you might have missed it? So I gotta figure out why these tokens aren't coming in as clear anymore.
Yeah. For whatever reason. Because the other ones are just fine, like, when you go in. Yeah. I don't know.
I think there's a very good chance that at night Caustic that K could get like dewy, you know, with the tears. But yeah,
I think the question. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I know you're good.
I think the question is at this point in the narrative, having, you know, Aoife, Namak, and Talus have just been around Maverick a couple times now. And Aoife definitely saw what was going on with Namak and trapped him.
Mm-hmm.
Was she aware of the fact that Maverick seems to be catching on to it for some reason? And then on top of that, is there any sort of inkling or hintion of like, how does he keep getting away with, like, how does he manage to get into people's charms or like
Into their good
people's like
graces.
past their vulnerabilities like so easily, despite being just a generally unpleasant person?
I'm sure Aoife is wondering that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what
Just more of a like, was there anyone else present to notice what was going on with Maverick? Or I think Aoife was maybe just too focused on her task and seeing what she was seeing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to roll for it and see if she noticed anything. If that sounds
like that,
fair.
that essentially Maverick, without being aware of it, was getting a Ghibli character-esque hair standing up on the back of my neck reaction to something that he's sensing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can just roll for it. And see
absolutely.
if maybe I noticed anything. So I'll just do the 1. 18. It appears that I noticed that you also felt something. Maybe it was you noticing it that began me like kind of getting tipped off to the fact that there was something going on, because I just saw you like tense up, and you're usually trying to act calm, cool, and collected all the time.
Yeah. I don't know, weird stuff. Anyway, just a chill guy. Nothing else to add.
I can't wait for the scene where everybody's just like, we all know he's not a chill guy, just a chill guy, right? So yep, no.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no magic powers.
This, you know, blanket statement.
I
yes.
rolled a standard human with with a child support payment and just a lot of cool
Only
stuff.
just one.
Just one. The others never stuck.
They couldn't find you.
Oh, so yeah, right now we are. This is it. This is the moment before we go into the future. Like after this, we are caught up, and then we'll play you guys' next game on April 4th. No, yeah, April. And that is that game.
That's just mine, and it's not these folks.
Yeah, not these guys.
These folks are much smarter and competent, and wouldn't do something like that.
That you know of.
Don't count me out.
They have yet to demonstrate that level of recklessness and irresponsibility. I haven't gotten to them yet.
That is fair. You guys saw a rift, you closed it. You all like rolled your flaws over and over again until like you attracted the attention of the guy looking through the like window.
By the book. Yeah, no,
yeah,
we are
by the book. You made
professionals.
Perfectionists, some might say.
Some might.
We're the most perfect professionals to ever be in a profession.
So,
I profess it.
that is what this group did. Other group sees it, decides we're lost in the desert. We only have 1 HP. We have no idea where anything is. We just survived getting hit by a meteor. And everybody jumps in. And ends up in... Let me check my notes one more time. Maine.
But yeah, for sure out of the Golden Girls, Maverick is Blanche.
Okay. Arthur is Dorothy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, okay. I don't like how this casting went, because it feels hurtful. Because it definitely
Somebody has
means...
to be Rose.
Yeah, it means Cass is Rose, but Cass should be Blanche. Because Rose got around. I think Maverick being Rose is alright.
Got all these stories, too.
Yeah.
Cass
should be Cass.
Cass should be Blanche.
Cass is Blanche, yeah.
Because then he's like a debutante a little bit.
Maverick would be Rose.
Absolutely in character.
Arthur would be Dorothy. Vidra would be Sophia.
Blue Cowboy
Yes.
is debutante who yeah.
Man, that game is going to be ridiculous. Alright, everybody. I think that is where we are right now. Like, we have 2 more games for this month. That is, like, the first half of this season. And then, now that we got all the setup done, the second half is going to be craziness. Like, Pirate Queen stuff, Cool Dream stuff. Just had to get all of it down. And thank you guys for, thank you all for obliging me and doing, like, a fun, like, recap game here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and alphabetically. Aoife,
Mm-hmm.
did you roll
I
any nat
rolled-
20s? thought
I
you
rolled a
did.
nat 20 on my curse.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
And then I not 20 manipulator. So
Absolutely.
manipulator is slowly becoming my strongest.
And what, Talus, did you nat 20 that spiritualist roll?
Yep.
We need to donate some points to Namak here.
He's already a sucker. He's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Thanks.
Gross. Alright, Aoife. So, what did you... I had you use ecologist.
Yes.
But mostly you used curse in such good ways.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take your cursed and turn it into a tag?
I think that could be interesting. I just don't know story-wise what we wanted to do with that.
I was thinking, and I'll say it in front of everybody, I was thinking that we turn it into almost not like you have a sense for when reality's weird, almost.
Okay.
Like you feel you're more connected with the echoes ecology, its magical vibe, you know?
Almost like a divining rod, but being a person.
Right, yeah. Like this is weird. This is an anomaly. This doesn't fit. Like
Then we just have to
getting-
figure out what the flaw is then after that, right?
Yeah, well, and we'll talk about that for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be good with that.
Excellent. I'm very glad. I think that has a lot of fun story implications. Alright, Maverick. So, your manipulator is already up another one. You did do some charming roguish stuff, and you were definitely overconfident and just kept working out. Wait, not at first. At first, overconfident kept
I never
what
rolled
the-
it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's true. I was thinking Namak, when Namak was like playing with his puzzle
Seated,
box.
yeah.
I think
So,
we could throw something at Rogue if we're doing a choice here.
Yeah, I think so. I think Rogue is the right choice there. I held down the wrong button and then it just teleported somewhere else.
Yeah, I really think we were more roguish than charming today.
Just the idea of like walking them out, getting them to get a cab, then walking back in to finish the conversation is so piece of shitty. Namak, you used occultist a lot today, but you also used conceited a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Which do you think? I mean, both of them told us things about you.
Let's put a point into conceited.
All right.
We're working on it.
Yeah, slowly but surely, it's coming. Alice, I feel like I know Spiritualist just got another one, but it's really where your focus was. No, you did free it with Artisan as well.
Yeah. My highest roll besides the 20 was Artisan.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
I was gonna put it in Artisan.
Excellent. It's like
We gotta
I
name
like-
Spiritualist 2 before I could get Spiritualist 3.
we do.
right?
We do have to name Spiritualist too. Spiritualist Aura? And then it goes Spiritualist Aga? That's how all of them go. Brawler Aura, and then Brawler Aga.
Yeah.
Did it. Finally figured that one out, guys. Alright, everybody. that is it from me. I would have switched the screen, but it's all the way over here. Thank you guys all so much for playing, and world building with me.
Yeah,
So
no.
yeah.
Always,
Okay,
always-
good.
No, always good.
And Siphon, I'm scared of what that is.
Agaraja?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
In that Final Fantasy power scaling nomenclature, the thing above Aga is Ja. So they're just combining all of them.
That's right, Rupert. I'm trying. All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna shut the stream down. We have another game tomorrow. Namak is also in that one. As we go back to Mastaba with Orly, Madaj, and Patagon, and that is going to be ridiculous. And with that, everybody, let's say goodbye forever. Nika's here to turn us off first.
Bye forever!
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye later. Yeah, I just gotta, yeah.
Goodbye forever.
Got a thing.
Good night.
Through tangled paths and mysteries, working side by side, we weavers chart when none to be, sailing day and night. Luminaries chase the truth through boundless wisdom keen. Through tests and trials, they'll guide the crew to sights yet to be seen. Raise the banner, let it fly. United we stand tall. Our spirit bold and our courage bright to answer echo's call. Adventure waits for nobody, so rally up the crew. Sailing towards our destiny, we know just what to do. Protecting all through strife and storm, seeing guardians defend. Their mission pure, their promise sworn, steadfast till the end. Mysticians seek what lies untold, with spells of newfound lore. Lighting paths and opening gates to magic's very core. Raise the banner, let it fly. United we stand tall. Our spirit bold and our courage bright to answer echo's call. Adventure waits for nobody, so rally up the crew. Sailing towards our destiny, we know just what to do. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know.